Oh, Shanti. Good morning. How everyone is doing well today, especially um, Baba is coming, right? It's 31st already there. So today you will be meeting Baba. So beloved Baba is asking us as a continuation of this Murli that we saw a day before. Baba is reminding us that can you hear the call? So I especially played this song because it is one of my favorite songs that reminds us that the world is calling upon us. The world is thirsty for a drop of love. The world is frustrated. The world is desperate. And so Baba is also reminding us that can you hear the call? Raki, Amy, when you can share the screen, and then
Yeah,
it's page number 300.
sure.
But also, Baba is also bringing into our attention some of the little mistakes that we do. And so I felt the song is two-way. One way that I check my own little, mistakes that I do, or little bit अवेलना जो बोलते हैं श्रीमत की, right? I don't follow Srimad accurately. It's a little bit, I end up doing, not following Srimad. So Baba is bringing into our attention some of those aspects, but also he's calling upon us to have good Mansa Seva, if no other service. At least we should do Mansa Seva, he says. So let's see, in Baba's words, this is the part two of the Murli that was spoken on 28th of March 2006. And the essence is, what does Babdada want? The children are the lamps of the Father's hope. So check your account very well. Baba saw some children, they're very comfortable, masters of comfort, carefree, mauji ram, जैसे बोलते हैं ना, मौज में रहने वाले, moving along in their own comfort. Whatever happens is good. Okay, let us enjoy ourselves now. Who is going to see the golden age? Who will know? Hmm? In the account of accumulation, Baba saw some children who are such masters of comfort, where they have this attitude ki whatever we have received is enough, and this is more than what I had expected. So I'm happy. I just want to live this life of comfort now. Let us enjoy ourselves. They even tell others, what do you have to do now? Just enjoy yourself, eat, drink, and be merry. Enjoy yourself. Therefore, the Father also says, yes, enjoy yourself. If you are those who are going to settle for just a little, then be happy with just that much. Very clear statement. If you are happy with just a little, then yes, do not worry about making any effort. Don't have any concern for the efforts. Baba says the enjoyment of the perishable facilities is temporary. If you let go of the permanent enjoyment and wish to have the enjoyment of Baba, he will give you signal, but what else could he do, right? What would you say to someone who goes to a mine of diamonds and becomes happy with only two diamonds, right? He could actually collect hundreds of thousands of diamonds, right? But then he settles with just two diamonds and comes back. So Baba is saying like that. He said he's imperishable treasure store, right? He's unending, unlimited. And so if I just take little bit from such a treasure store, then what will you say? So Baba is saying, what would you say to someone who goes to a mine of diamonds and becomes happy with only two diamonds? So don't be like that, Baba says. Swing in the swing of enjoyment, of supersensuous joy. Swing in the swing of the pleasure of the imperishable attainments. Supersensuous joy, joy beyond the senses, imperishable attainment which are more coming from that permanence of the soul, the eternal aspect of the soul. So, imperishable attainments that we receive only from the imperishable Father. Within the drama, look, Baba says, even Maya's part is unique. At this time, such facilities that did not exist previously have emerged. However, you also have in front of you the examples of those who made spiritual endeavor and did service without any of those facilities. Did any of those facilities exist then? When our dadis were just like little teenagers, when they came to Baba, there were no facilities, right? Baba used to just tell them, now go there, go here. They don't know where they will stay. They don't know what they will eat. They don't know who will take care of them, right? So even though we say fear of unknown is a big fear, but they had so much courage, no facilities, and yet they were able to do so much service. So Baba is appreciating and acknowledging that how much service they did. Did any of those facilities exist then? But how much service took place? At least quality emerged. The original jewels became ready. Baba says at least they became ready. Those facilities are attractive. It is not said to be wrong to use the facilities, but to forget your spiritual endeavor and to be occupied with the facilities, Babdada says is wrong. Hmm? So, sadhano ke piche sadhana chhod dena. Baba says that is wrong because sadhana, your spiritual endeavor, is still your foundation. So Baba says the facilities are not the basis of the flying stage in your life. Spiritual endeavor is the basis of that. What would the result be if you made facilities your support instead of the spiritual endeavor? Hmm? Facilities are perishable, right? Today you have a facility, tomorrow you might not have. So that's why if you made something perishable your support, then the fruit is also like that, no? But spiritual endeavor is imperishable. And so, what would the result be? So, Babdada is asking you, children, a question. By when will each of you make yourself complete and perfect? Do not look at others. This is where carelessness creeps in, right? We always, in here also, we make effort, we have a big group, but I always remind that we should not look at others and become disheartened looking at somebody making very good efforts. Or if somebody is not making very good efforts, then we become careless, right? Ki, I am doing way, way, way better than this one, so I can stop here. No. So Baba says, do not look at others. This is where carelessness creeps in. Others are also doing this. And so what does it matter if I also do it? This is carelessness, Baba says. I have to make myself complete. Now, how much time do you need for that? Hmm? Should we keep an account of that or not? This is a gathering, and the Father knows in a gathering you have to hear a lot and you have to consider a lot. So many things come in front of you when you are moving along. But these things will come, right? Baba never said situations will not come, right? Things will not happen. People will not say anything to you. All of that will happen. So many things come in front of you when you're moving along, but these things will come. It would never be that you become complete when the situations end. As you move forward, the form will definitely change, but the situations will definitely come. So maybe not the same situation. The form of that situation will look different, but the situations will come. Some test papers will come, right? So Baba says, just look how many things there will be in the last paper. The situation should not be seen. Only Baba should be seen, right? Any situation. In today's Murli, the Avyakt Murli of Sunday for you yesterday, Baba said, no, even if it's a problem, even if it's an obstacle, even if it's a test paper, even if it's a situation, even if it's a circumstance, whatever it is, it will appear like a paper in front of you if you have intoxication of what you have received, what treasures, what is your attainment. If you keep that in front of you, if you keep Baba in front of you, then all of those, it's just like a paper tiger, no? Very, very negligible thing can be crossed very easily. So Baba says, what are those situations? You should not look at them. You should only look at Baba. Only Baba should be seen. What did Baba say? Not what are the situations doing or what do those situations say? No, Baba says, what did Baba say? You have to ask yourself like that. You have to follow Baba. Do you have to follow the situations or you have to follow the Father? Babdada now wishes to see this whenever he, Mana Baba, switches on his TV in the subtle region. All the children, whether in this land or abroad, whether in villages or big cities, they should all be seen as in their complete form as king children. This is Baba's desire. This is what Baba wishes. This is what Baba wants, that my each child should appear like a king child. Very royal, very beautiful, very happy, very content, right? King kaisa dikhai dete hain. So this is the elevated desire that the Father has for his children. So will all of you become the lamp of the Father's hopes? Will you? Raise your hands. Do not raise your hands just like that, thinking, let me file a letter in the file that says yes. No, Baba says, let it be final. Many times Baba says, don't make a file of your promises, but actually make it now final promise. Will all of you fulfill this desire? Acha, congratulations. Those who did not raise your hands, raise your hands. Is there anyone? So there were few in the gathering who had not raised their hands. So Baba says, they need more time. Do you want 1 year? Make intense effort. You have to do it, Baba says. It has to happen. The majority raise their hands. Bab Dada is happy and is giving you blessings from his heart, right? Whenever we raise our hands, we instantly get blessings, no? So Baba is giving blessings from his heart. Now demonstrate this by doing it practically. Then Bab Dada will come. He will now become the teacher. He will not come just like that. There is now still some time in between. So this is March, and usually after March, Baba comes in October, right? So there is a 6 months sort of gap. And so usually when it is last turn, Baba gives homework for the new season. And so Baba is saying there is some time in between. So when Bab Dada comes for the first meeting, which is in October, and October is usually reserved for double foreigners. So Bharatvasis are typically not, these days it's different, but in those days, Bharatvasis were not allowed in October. It was double foreigners' turns more specifically. So Baba is saying that there is some time in between, and when Bab Dada comes for the first meeting, it will be the turn of the double foreigners. So the double foreigners will have to be ready first. Are you ready? Will those from abroad be ready? If those from abroad do not become ready, then those from India will be given that turn. First, those from Madhuban will have to get ready because Bab Dada has to come in Madhuban, right? So we have to demonstrate it practically, that we will do it, what Baba is saying. But Baba is saying, who will do? He's asking. He does not go anywhere else. Bab Dada has faith in those from abroad. It does not mean that he does not have faith in those from India. However, the first turn is of those from abroad, and so they will definitely demonstrate this by becoming it. Is this all right? You speak, Baba is asking them. In the corporeal form, you will have to become an instrument because Dadi Janki was the instrument for foreign service. So Baba is pointing at her and saying that you will have to take the responsibility. Baba says, now there is still some time. There are 5 to 6 months. Otherwise, we can do this. You advise Baba of those who write with an honest heart. Babdada sees anyway. It is visible to Babdada that it is a little mixed. That means Baba understands, no? Even whether we say or we don't say. He understands who are being honest and who are little bit mixture is there. So Babdada will meet those who write saying that they are ever ready, not the others, whether they are from Madhuban or anywhere else. Is that okay? Those from Madhuban, is that okay? Double foreigners will be ever ready, will you not? So Babdada will see everyone's complete form. Will you be ever ready? Is that okay? The majority of you raised your hands. Congratulations. All of you are being given congratulations in advance. Then you will all give congratulations to one another. Wah, perfect one. Wah, wah, complete one. Wah. Sorrow is increasing a lot, Baba says. You're not hearing the sound, but Bab Dada is. How many of you can hear sound? There's 16 of us. Huh? Can you all hear? Is there anyone who cannot hear the sound? Put in the chat box. I cannot. Personal question. What question did you ask, sister? Like that? No. Baba is asking. I'm just reconfirming it for us that we should listen to the sound of the calling of the devotees, especially. So sorrow is increasing. Baba is saying, you're not hearing the sound, but Bab Dada is. People have become completely disheartened, right? People have become completely disheartened and have no courage at all, just as scientists are able to send their instruments wherever they want. In the same way, you have to increase service through the mind. So the people who work in the space, right, they can send no instruments in space. So that is what Baba referring to. And so he's saying you can also send vibrations to any place where you want. You have to serve through words anyway, but in order to enable all souls of the world to receive their inheritance and to liberate them from sorrow, you will have to become complete. Spread service through the mind in all directions, for only then will there be world benefit. Are you able to serve with the mind? Those who have the practice of serving with their mind, whether a little or a lot, those who have even some practice and are able to do it, raise your hands. You all do service through mind. We all know. Is there anyone who does not know how to do service through mind? Yes, no? Very quiet, very quiet today. Baba is asking, you all do little service at least, right? You should. We should. Each one of us should make time to serve through the mind. Baba says, all of you have passed in this. If all of you souls are able to spread vibrations into the atmosphere by serving with your mind, then nothing is a big deal. The busier you remain in serving with the mind, the more free from problems you will become, because your mind and intellect will remain busy. If you are not free, where would Maya come? She will go back, no? Right? We say, no, if you're free, then Maya will look for entertainment and she will come to you. But if you're busy, then Maya also sees that this one is busy. I don't want to disturb them, right? So she will not come to you. She will go back. Then the problem cannot have courage. So Baba says, increase service through the mind. Do you understand this? Acha. Now for 1 minute, spread your light and might into the world with your stage of being a light and might house. So let's do this drill. Everyone, just pause for one minute. See yourself very stable, lighthouse, might house. Shine as bright as you can and let your light reach every corner of the world. Om Shanti. So continue to have such practice whilst doing your work, Baba says. Babdada has heard that you have selected a very good topic for the program in London. Tell everyone. It was just a minute. You can look up on Google if you're interested. This was a program where they would create 1 minute meditations and they would tell people to stop every hour on a minute for a minute. And then they would do meditation for that. To give the experience of silence for 1 minute, the experience of your own transformation and something for the world. Baba says you have selected a good topic, and the Brahmins in India as well as abroad will all practice this at that time. We expect to have this program globally, everywhere. Jayanti Ben must have said, or somebody must have shared with Baba. It is good, Baba says. This practice is essential. If this atmosphere is able to spread everywhere at that time for even 1 minute, then that atmosphere would be created and everyone will come to know what the Brahma Kumaris want and what they do. This will spread everywhere very well. If this happens everywhere at that same time, it is a good method of service. You know, Baba says no many times, same time and same thought. So same energy is created everywhere, and that is what increases the whole of the vibration of the world, so to speak. Acha, whose turn is it now? Today, it's Maharashtra's turn. Maharashtra, Mumbai, and Andhra Pradesh. Whoever's turn it is, half the classes of that zone. Acha, Maharashtra, those who always stay in an elevated stage. Mahan Rashtra, right? That Baba says, great state, great Rashtra, elevated souls, elevated stage. So Baba is saying, those who always stay in an elevated stage and the ones who reveal the greatness of life to the world, it is good. It is a huge number. However, even so, 900,000 are not ready yet, are they? Are there 900,000? So no, Baba is saying, since there are so many of you, when Bab Dada comes in the next season, then however many have come now, and you're sitting in front of Baba, so you will have to do something too. So there are 5,500 who have come from Maharashtra sitting in front of Baba, and Baba is asking them, you all have to do one thing. What is that? Baba says, however many have come, when you come next season, each one of you has to prepare another one and bring that person here. We did this exercise few months back, in Sakar Murli one time, Baba said, each one should bring a new one. And so I told them, I'll give you 6 months. And in this 6 months, you bring one new soul. And recently we completed course, and it's a good number, and very good quality souls have taken the course. But they were all connections of the BKs who's already there in the class. So Baba says no, and we do it and we get extra points. So here also there are 19 of us. Each one should bring one, right? For it within this 1 year or 6 months, at least within 6 months. Baba says, however many have come, when you come next season, each one of you has to prepare another one and bring that person here. Prepare them well, because you still have 6 months. Your discipline is of 1 year. So prepare them to such an extent that in 6 months they will be ready. So your discipline is of 1 year, meaning before, I don't know how the rules are today, but before, when we had to go to Madhuban, we had to fill the form in which you needed to be practicing all the principles for at least 1 year. Unless you're a Kumar or Kumari, then there's a little bit exception for them, 6 months or 7 months is fine. But otherwise, for a householder, 1 year principle is there. So Baba is talking about that, I think. He says your discipline is of 1 year, but you can prepare them to such an extent that in 6 months, they will be ready as though it has been 1 year in Gyan, right? Last so fast, Vali Atma aise hoti hai na? You should complete the 900,000, should you not? How many are there, Baba says? How many are there in total? And somebody said 812,000. That many Brahmins are there, perhaps. Therefore, only a few more are needed. And so do this. You are going to have your meetings now, are you not? Allocate the numbers allowed to come here according to each zone. Then when Babdada comes, whether those souls come here in person or not, at least prepare them, and then you bring the list. Is this homework all right? So sweet teacher. Huh? Teacher gives homework but never says, no, is this homework all right? Baba is asking us, this is homework all right? Those of the different zones, will you do this? Okay, at least complete the 900,000. It is not a big thing, Baba says. Whether from abroad or India, this has to be completed this time. It should happen now, Baba said, should it not? Or should it happen later? Even those from Madhuban will do this. You do serve those near to you, do you not? So those from all zones prepare others and then come here. Even if they are not here, Baba says, they will at least hear this and finalize this in your meetings. Now it is good. Seeing this many, Babdada is pleased. There have to be 900,000 Brahmins and millions who have to be given the message, somebody said. Baba says, you, sorry, I missed the line. So Baba says, Brahmins, there have to be 900 Brahmins and millions who have to be given the message. You have those programs. You have to do that anyway. However, first of all, together with making yourself complete, you also have to do the service. You have raised your hands for that, have you not? You will get them ready, will you not? Now, the time for moving along slowly has gone. Baba says, now fly. Whenever you want, wherever you want, just be ready for service. Acha. All of you will prepare others and then come here, will you not? Not more. Baba is saying just bring one each. If you prepare more, congratulations. It is good that Maharashtra has taken the golden chance of making yourself complete because the atmosphere here easily helps you to become bodiless. So, whichever zone takes this chance has a golden attainment. You receive the fruit of service and also the fruit of your stage in this atmosphere, right? So, whoever is the Sevadhari that time, the zone, whichever is Sevadhari zone, they have two benefits. One is the benefit of getting extra marks in the field of service or the subject of service. So Baba is saying you receive the fruit of service, but also because they are in Madhuban, they have such beautiful stage, right? They can have good yoga, good atmosphere. Everything is beautiful. So the stage is very easily formed. So Baba is saying you receive the fruit of service and you also receive the fruit of your stage in this atmosphere. So you have the attainment of double fruit. It is good. Babdada loves each child more than the next. No matter what the child is like, he or she definitely becomes worthy of receiving God's love. And it is only at this time that you receive God's love. Everyone has 100% love for Babdada. Or does anyone have less? Now he's not giving direct certificate. He's saying you have, but then he's also checking, is there anyone who have less percentage of love for Baba? Those of you who feel you have 100% love for Babdada, raise your hands. Do you have 100% love? Baba is asking. So then, to sacrifice out of love, whatever little still remains is very easy, no? Right? In this morning's Avyakt Murli, Baba said, no? What is there not to wear little bit jewelry? What is big deal to wear a white sari? Right? What is big deal to not eat 36 varieties of food, right? So that sacrifice is nothing, no, in front of the attainments that we get. And so Baba is saying, if you really love me, then what is the sacrifice? It's nothing. Whatever still remains is very easy. Congratulations. The proof of love is to sacrifice yourself. So you're worthy, children, are you not? A worthy child is one who gives the practical proof. The children's love reaches Babdada, but their powerful stage reaches Baba less. Babdada sees that the percentage of love for Baba is good, but you now have to claim the maximum marks in becoming an embodiment of power and in being complete. This is really what Baba wants from us, right? To have a powerful stage, Shakti form, but also he wants us to become complete. So will Maharashtra claim number one? Will you? It is good, Baba says. Those who take the initiative are Arjunas. Arjuna, the number one, right? Acha, Babdada has received service newsletters and letters of children's efforts and their love from everywhere. Babdada is pleased to hear the children's news filled with zeal and enthusiasm. We will do this and we will do that, as a letter mein likha hai. Now repeatedly pay attention to the courage and zeal and enthusiasm that you have and put that into practical form. These are the blessings from Babdada's heart for everyone. Baba's blessing is that you pay attention to courage and zeal and enthusiasm that you have and put that into practical form. Showcase it. So that's Baba's blessing. Chal, to the elevated souls everywhere who are to become complete in their thoughts, words, actions, relationships, and connections. To the Swadershan Chakradhari children who always look at the self, right? Baba says, do not look at others. So to those who are Swadershan Chakradhari children who always look at the self, to those who become conquerors of Maya with their determination, and who reveal themselves to the Father, to the serviceable, knowledgeful, and successful children who reveal the Father to the world, Bapdada's love and remembrance, and multi-million fold times, multi-million times blessings from the heart, and namaste, namaste. We children also say namaste to our spiritual father. Then there is a short paragraph to the dadis. Your aim is also for revelation to take place as soon as possible, is it not? This is why Bhagdada is giving homework. When the part of the Satguru is being enacted, completion will take place. Everyone is being prepared for that. Baba says, some Dadi must have said this, we have all three in front of us. Bapdada has to adopt an official form. We have all three, meaning? Dadi said to Baba, we have all three in front of us, means? Why everyone is so quiet today? So we have all three, Dadi is saying, means we have Father, Teacher, and Sadguru. Baba is saying, when the part of Sadguru will come, then completion will happen. Now I am a teacher, right? Father's part is finished. So Baba is saying that everyone has to prepare for that. But Dadi is saying all three are in front of us. And then Baba again says, but I will adopt an official form. Officially, I will not be a father. I will not be a teacher, but I'll be a Sadguru. He's always in the three forms anyway. Babdada now wants everyone to say that they have become victorious. Now that they have to become that, or that they are becoming that. No, not that I am becoming or I will become, I will try. No, Baba is saying you have become. No, it's past tense kind of. He says you have become. The sparkling star on everyone's forehead should be experienced very clearly. This eye of experience will now give others an experience. Now they want to have an experience, Baba says. You yourself also have to become experienced in every power, every virtue, for only then will you be able to give them an experience, right? For example, let's say, for example, I want patience from you, but you don't have it. How will I get it? Right? I cannot, no? So Baba is saying that is the reason why we have to become experienced in every power, every virtue, for only then will you be able to give them an experience. So increase your own experience and others will definitely have an experience. It is good. The desires of the hearts of all of you are now to be fulfilled. Is it all right? All right. It is so good, Baba says. It is good. You are the beauty of the Brahmin clan. All of you are happy to see the dadis, are you not? Look, their wonder is that they have attained success without any facilities. Dadi was saying to Baba, we walked so much, there were no motors, no cars. It is that tapasya, Baba says, that has created such expansion. Now some facilities have been attained, and so there is a little attraction towards the facilities, right? Acha. I remember one time Moini Didi was saying that when she first came to United States, she would go to places and she would not eat her breakfast in the morning until and unless she at least served one soul. So I was like, wow, it's not that simple to serve in US, but she had this dharna, that and she must be young at that time, of course, but still to have this principle that I'm not going to eat my breakfast before I serve at least one soul was a big thing. But they did it. And so Baba says, because of their sacrifice, because of their tyag, right? Much expansion today. So we should also focus on our spiritual endeavor rather than just being, comfortable in our seat, right? Okay, Om Shanti. Let's pause and see what touched our heart, and then we can share that. Om Shanti. Anyone would like to share?
Om Shanti, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
The point which touched me, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. The point which touched me today is where Baba said, all the facilities you have, Baba says, don't make the facilities this your support, as they are all very imperishable. He said, Baba should be your support, and don't see the situation, but instead follow Father. This point really touched me because I am so much used to my mobile in the sense always on my mobile, either for Murli or I rarely have the habit of reading. I mean, even books are also, I think, our support system, isn't it? As far as now, where Baba says, only through mansa seva, man ki padhai karo, son.
No, but in the initial days, I think it's okay to read and to write. And this thing came up when we were doing this global bhakti, for 16, 17, 18, and they were going to meet on Zoom. A Bhakti Parivar was going to happen on Zoom, and it sounded contradictory to the principle of not using any kind of digital, platforms, and to have digital detox. And so this question was raised in the national coordinating team, and then they said that, well, we can say not to do Instagram or Facebook, or when you turn on YouTube, you try to put you try to click on one link and then other link and then other link. So not to do that, but especially if you want to be together for Murli class or for collective yoga, then you can be on Zoom. So I think you have to be very careful in how you're using your devices. But yes, Baba is saying, don't be dependent on facilities. Don't rely. Like, for example, I like to do meditation when there is music, let's say. But one day suddenly there is no light, and so there is no, my computer is not charged, and now I don't have music and I can't meditate. That is a problem, right? So that is dependency. So you have to check like that, okay, I have this, for example, I have a slow cooker and it cooks my food very quickly. I don't have to worry, right? Instant pot mein turant ban jata hai. And so say, for example, tomorrow it breaks down. Now my stage also is up and down, that I can't cook. So that is dependency, right? So
Yeah,
that kind of dependency, Baba is saying, it's perishable. And so it's perishable means khatam ho ja sakta hai. So that's why I should not depend on that. I should not take support of that.
yeah. But now it has happened so much that कुकर के बिना बर्तन में चावल बना सकते हैं. लेकिन after coming to this university, I'm so used to all these murlis, and I just can't work without my earphones, because the moment I start working, I keep put on the earphones, kuch bhi BK lecture, anything, I just revise all these recordings and all. I just put it on, and पता ही नहीं चलता कैसे काम हो जाता है.
Yeah, but that's fine, Sandhya. That is fine. As long as you're listening to Baba's versions, as long as you're listening to something useful, that is okay. And then one time, although that is okay, but there should be at least an hour where you don't use any device. You should have practice of both. I mean to say that some people here, they can't do meditation in silence, for example, but it should not be like that. You should not do meditation only unless you're really new. If you're new, that's okay, to take the support of these things. But as a yogi, as a long time practitioner, you should have the habit of both. You should have good yoga with
Yeah,
nothing,
exactly. Yeah.
because you've heard a lot. So you should be able to churn now. You should be able to think what you have heard. Stay in one point, stay just with one point, not have 10 different points constantly going on in your mind. So what you
Yeah.
can do is you can practice both. So let's say you have 8 hours, and say, for example, 6 hours you do what you're doing, but then 2 hours you practice. You start with slow steps.
Yeah.
and then see how
Okay.
you feel, you know.
Okay.
But you have to practice, because if you don't practice, then you're not even giving yourself chance.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Thank you, sister.
sure.
Om Shanti, sister. Thank you, Baba. Just
Thank you.
continuing with what you just said, it reminded me of a practical incident actually. When teachers are teaching in the class, even when they're teaching the normal academic subjects, they're so used to the PowerPoint and all those aids. And you will have one or two teachers, even when there's no PowerPoint, there's a disruption in the computer because they are deep in knowledge. Teachers continue. The flow is consistent. And I've always admired that ability in those teachers because they really have true knowledge. That's how they could continue without a pause, right? And I
Mm.
think this is exactly what you're trying to say, that even if there's no meditation music or no something, you should be able to connect to Baba. And I think it's a good learning and a good aspiration to practice that. Thank you for sharing. Om Shanti.
Sure.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
So, Baba, again reminds me to pause for few minutes between your busy life. So today I will bring that up.
Mm. Yeah. Today, Baba said, especially, you have to pause, become that lighthouse, might house, spread your vibrations, and then return back to your work.
Yes.
Yeah, very good. You also shared the 1 minute thing in the chat box if somebody wants to look at it. It's a good practice, And last time when Baba came on 18th January, the Avekt Murli, even before that, actually, even 31st December, and before that, Baba said 10 minutes every hour.
Yeah.
We have been trying to do that. Of course, doesn't happen for 24 hours, but we said at least we do it for 10 hours or 12 hours, whatever we can do. Yeah.
Om Shanti.
Om
Continuing
Shanti.
to what Puneet and Tina Benyu created, just want to share a practical experience that happened last Saturday. There were so many things which was going on my mind at the same given point of time. And when I was having lunch, I was actually eating so fast. I wasn't even knowing what morsel is going at what given point of time. And that after that, I realized that I've been missing my pause breaks in between hours, and this is what has created so much of chaos right now because there were multiple things going on at the same given point of time. And this is a takeaway for me for today, that let me go back and keep on regularly practicing what I used to do is the traffic control. Somehow I've been missing that from last almost a week or 10 days, and that has piled up and showed up all together, and I got severe headache that whole day. So that's the takeaway
Yeah,
for me.
good. Very good. Practical dharana is always good. Mm.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Today, Baba has given his hope that he has hope from all his children to remain happy always and be in a powerful stage. And also, Baba gave a target to Maharashtra to at least bring one along with each child should bring one along with him when they come for the next time. So this is a very good target. If now is the situation when we are waiting to go to Madhuban, so the more we can give knowledge to others and get others ready so that we can take them also to Madhuban. So this kind of target can be set now. So Baba is suggesting us to be in a powerful stage and also be contented and do not look at others. Just focus on yourselves and become the conquerors of Maya and become complete. Baba is expecting from us to become complete now. Om Shanti.
Mm. Yes. So you know what, Bhavina Ben? What your name is, Bhavna? Bhavna?
Bhavna. Bhavna.
Sorry. Yeah, Bhavna Ben. Just just if I can say, whenever you share point, you share in as first person. Like
Okay.
I want to do this. I will do this. I am going to make this as my practice today. When you do that, and especially when you share in the gathering, it becomes firm for you. Your mind is listening, and then your mind will take it in and it will try to, subconsciously you will want to make effort. But when you say we, you're sort of speaking for all 20 of us. But maybe I don't agree with you, right? I'm not saying I don't, but I'm just giving you an example. So the general practice should be that I speak in first place for myself. I don't take the onus for others.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you, sister. Om Shanti.
sure. Om Shanti. It's a good point, though.
Om
Anyone
Shanti,
else?
sister.
Om
Yeah,
Shanti.
even I would like to take on the same oath that I shall try to bring another person into Gyan. This is all coming
Wonderful.
in a way, the way Baba was speaking to Dadi. I mean, in that last paragraph where they says,
Mm.
now you have to become an embodiment. We cannot postpone to tell that, yeah, there's still time left. We have to tell the world, the world is also seeing us constantly. So, what is the change that we have actually brought in ourselves, or how is our lifestyle, or how is it going, or how is it already helping our life? That needs to be revealed. And so,
Mm.
it is very much common that we come across so many people in our lifetimes. Every day, one or the other person comes, talks to us, maybe for a minute or so, a bit of gyan to them can actually reveal a lot of things about Baba's gyan to them.
Yeah.
I got this inspiration today.
Very nice. And sometimes you might not be able to share knowledge. You don't have that much time. Let's say you met that person on the street and you just said hello, and there was just 1 minute's interaction. But the way you spoke, the way you saw your drishti, your features, your calmness, your peacefulness, that can also touch the soul. They could get inspired in that 1 minute. You never know. So that's why Baba constantly says you have to be ever ready, anytime, anywhere, anyone can come in front of you and you should be able to serve.
Correct, sister.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, this I really have. Sorry to interrupt. This I really have this experience, sister. Before coming to Gnan, during this is about 25 years back when we used to do some service in the cancer hospital and all. No matter, we would take bread, butter, whatever it is for the patients and for the people who used to take care of the patients also. But as you said, just when we would go to each and every patient, and when we just touch their head and just show the sign of love through your eyes or face, they would feel so happy and energized. They would be so hopeful for the next day. So that's really very nice. I really liked it. Just a piece of drishti or a touch of hope or touch of love, that also changes a lot.
Yeah. Right.
Adding on to what Vinod Bhai was sharing and how people get touched, and what I was getting present here was, you never know. I never knew that. This is a practical example again. Yesterday, I was speaking to an old friend of mine from school days who was settled in the US, and we were talking about a session which I was conducting in the US platform yesterday, and he called up all the way and he said, "I'm very happy. I'm going to be a part of this session." And while he was sharing, he happened to share with me that he had been in the nearby Brahma Kumaris center a couple of times. And the access that he got was, last time when he had come here to India, he had seen the kind of peace and calmness that he's experienced in my presence, wherein I, as a person that people know, has been very reactive, very bubbly, will always, uh, you know, will be there with trigger comes very easily to me. People who know me from my past would have that experience. And he said that led me to have this experience as to what have you got for yourself. Let me go and check out there. And it was a surprise for me because I never knew that the person has visited the nearby center a couple of times and have taken the experience and now ready to go and do his studies of Raj Yoga. So this is what I was resonating here. You never know when you touch souls in your
Yeah.
life.
Right.
Om Shanti.
True. Om Shanti. Yes. Redmi, I see you unmuted. Do you want to say something? I don't know your name. It just says Redmi. Or it's unmuted by mistake, maybe. All right, wonderful. So from part 1 and part 2 together, what Baba wanted to bring to our attention, the mistakes that we sometimes do is the I. He said, renounce I of body consciousness, I of disheartenment. And then he also said, renounce anger. And then today he said, do not look at others. Do not become a Moji Ram, right? Lover of comforts. And do not look at situations, but look at Baba. And do not have any kind of mixture in you. Do not have any kind of alloy or adulteration, right? Be that pure diamond that Baba wants us to be, right? And his one pure desire for all of us is that he wants to see us in our complete form, in as a king child of Baba, right? In our flying stage, ever ready stage, so we can reveal the Lord. We can reveal our Baba. Okay, shall we end with meditation?
Yes, sister.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's sit comfortably and emerge this elevated awareness that I am a Brahmin child, the most elevated time of the confluence age, where I have this elevated fortune of being in company of the Supreme Father. This powerful awareness allows me to become detached from the body. I let go of the limited facilities, limited consciousness, limited I and my. I let go of everything that is temporary and perishable. And through my mind and intellect, I fly beyond the boundaries of the physical world, far into that unlimited realm where the Father of unlimited treasures resides. And as I come in front of Baba, instantly I feel I have come under the canopy of Baba's light and might. I know Baba is working on me, is helping me to remove the traces of impurities. So I let the Master work upon this instrument that I am. However ever he wants to tune me, I give him that time. I remain patient and stable. And in this state, I continue to absorb God's sanskars, God's virtues, allowing myself to return back to that Sato Pradhan stage, the stage of completion and perfection. So see, on one side, there is fire in which the alloy is being removed. And on the other side, lightness emerges. The beauty of the soul emerges. I begin to radiate even brighter. My light increases. My qualifications increase. My worthiness increases. And just before returning back to the world, I stay a few more seconds in this elevated company. I absorb. And with great happiness and intoxication in my heart, I am ready to play my part on the planet. So gently find yourself returning back to the physical world, back to the center of the forehead. And as I am aware that Baba is coming this evening, so I maintain this internal stage of silence throughout the day. I am a soul. With this awareness, I perform my actions. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Tina Ben. And thank you all of you for sharing beautiful comments and churning. See you tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Have a good day. Om Shanti.
Om
Om
Shanti.
Shanti.
Thank you, everyone.
Om Shanti.